Got some news today, peoples. Damn it. Well, at least this is the one that got a warranty on it. Replacement plan, whatever the hell you want to call it. Yeah, peoples, we got some good news. Finally getting the bike fixed. Finally getting the bike fixed. What up, Sadie? My man getting first every day. Proud of you, kiddo. What up, Kate? Chief? What's happening, BK? Bad shite crazy. Yeah, we dropping off the bike today, peoples. Happy day, because it's going to get fixed. But sad day, because we're going to have to go a few days without any proper live stream. What up, Lucy? And then, there we go. Oh, good. Get the R1 looked at. Yeah, I'm doing a little more than getting it looked at. Pause. I am getting that valve service done. And oh, by the way, Mr. High Voltage, I'm happy that your estimate was high because I was all prepared for that. But it turns out they quoted me $1,400. So that's a lot better than what I was expecting. Bad shite crazy. They're doing the V4s now? If I remember correctly, Yamaha was the last holdout for V4s in the MotoGP. Yeah, I was thinking about 3,200. Yeah, me too. Well, after you said that, but I mean, it made perfect sense, especially at the dealer. So that's why I was shopping around for another mechanic. But then I was like, you know what, man? I don't want to take a chance on the warranty getting voided and none of that bullish. Fucking piece of shit. So, like, fuck it. Let me just bring it to the dealer. Because this is not the same dealer that fucked it up last time. Not at all. So, I'm like, might as well. This is actually the dealer that looked out and got everything fixed after the other people done fucked it up. So, I absolutely trust them. So let's see how this goes then. Let's see. So I believe I gotta take, I know where I gotta go. I know where I gotta go, peoples. You guys done taught me how to ride without GPS. I have no sense of direction. I used to drive a FedEx truck for like 8 years. And I would only know how to do my route one way. So if there was a block that nobody was getting any deliveries, I would still have to go down that block to be able to figure out how the hell to get to my next stop. That's how bad I am with having a sense of direction. What up, T-Bird? Yeah, I remember you. So, what was I gonna say? I'm loving it. I don't remember what the I was just talking about. Oh yeah, zero sense of direction. So now, thanks to you peoples, I gotta choose between the GPS and the live stream, and obviously, I choose live. Therefore, I am starting to figure out where the hell I'm going. It's a beautiful thing. Beautiful thing, peoples. Alright, let's see. Oh, that Nissan was nice enough to leave us a little space up in front of him. Appreciate you, sir. Much appreciated. What do you mean, you people? What the hell you mean, you people? You know what you people means, Cure 4247 or 427. That's not what I said. I said peoples. That's my peoples, which is you guys. But you know what you people means. I just didn't say it. Curtis Knight. TF is that? It is called a motorcycle, sir. A Yamaha YZF R1 to be exact. Boy, you cutting traffic like that, open my door. Don't do that in Florida because someone's going to shoot you. You could do that in New York. You could do that in California. You could do that in Detroit. You could do that in all the places where people are not allowed to use deadly force on you if, in fact, they are in fear for their life. And believe me, if somebody opens their door on me, I will be in fear for my life. Trust me. So, yeah, if you want that problem, if you just want to be miserable and good for nothing and hate on people that don't have to be stuck in the traffic like you while you're playing with your phone, do that somewhere you're going to get away with it. Florida, Texas, places like that, not smart, bro. Not smart at all. Especially when you're dealing with somebody like me that's not a tough guy and just wants to go about his business and make it home safely. Tough guy might sit there and throw hands with you, but I'm not a tough guy. I'm just going to eliminate the threat and be about my business. But, not gonna lie, that's what I say, but it will all depend on the situation because some idiot, very similar to you, not exactly like you because he was so dumb that he didn't even know I was there, which would probably be your situation, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think you pay attention to the road, so I don't even think you would know that a motorcycle was about to pass you until after it was too late for you to do anything about it. But assuming that you actually do pay attention to anything but your phone, that wasn't this guy's case. This guy was getting dropped off at a bus stop and opened his door into the bicycle lane without even looking. And then he freaked out when he saw that I was there. And there was a bunch of dumbasses in the fucking comments talking about it was my fault because I don't belong there. But I mean, anybody with common sense understands that if you're on a motorcycle in the bicycle lane doing bicycle speeds, the only reason you don't belong there is because the two-wheeled vehicle that you are on just so happens to have a motor. But obviously, a two-wheeled vehicle going that speed belongs in that lane. So if some idiot is going to open his door into the bicycle lane without looking, it doesn't matter if there was a bicycle or a motorcycle there. You're still a dumbass. Just like this idiot right here that just fucked everybody on that side of the road because he was playing with his damn phone. He got 4 people behind him. And all those people, you know what? Don't really even feel bad for them because they were too stupid to beep their horn. So it's like, I guess they're complicit. But yeah, so, I mean, I'm used to dumbasses in my chat. Like, you people are all over the road, so obviously you're going to be in the chat too, especially since you can't put your phone down for 20 minutes to drive home. So I would imagine most of the people that are talking shit about me in my stream are driving while they do it. Guaranteed, because if you weren't, then I wouldn't have to do all this shit to get around these idiots. I'd be able to just stay in the left lane. It would be nice and clear. There would always be room to pass, and everybody would be happy. There you go again, you people. That's you, Cure. Why speed, jerk? Well, here's the thing. The jerks are the ones that aren't speeding. Obviously, speed limits are set way too low because they're the same speed limits from 50 years ago. And cars stop a lot faster now. They perform a lot better. The suspension is a lot better. If you would just put your phone down for just a couple of seconds, everybody would be able to get home in a timely fashion. So, the fact that you are more concerned with the guy that's going around the people that are playing with their phones while they're driving than you are with the people that are playing with their phones while they're driving. Says a lot about you. I hope that police is right there, leaves me alone. See? The police don't care. Why do you? That's what I don't understand. The police just saw me cut all the way up to the front of the line. They didn't do nothing. But you want to bitch and moan about it. And like I say this all the time. I tell people all the time in the stream, you know, if you don't go between the cars, and I'm not telling you to do that. I'm not here. I'm not your dad. I'm not your instructor. This is not advice. I'm just telling you what I do. If you don't go between the cars and make yourself to the front of the line, eventually you are going to get rear-ended by one of them. It's only a matter of time. These people are not paying attention. They are constantly smashing into the back of each other. Constantly. If you want to become part of a sandwich, that's your business. But don't expect me to do it just because you don't know what you're talking about. Like, that shit is crazy. That shit is so crazy. Like, you see this asshole right here? That guy in that red pickup truck. Fucking asshole. Alright, he's idling. There's he got nobody in front of him. He got two people behind him crawling. And Buddy don't give a fuck about anybody but himself. So the people that don't recognize that Buddy's wrong are the people that do the same shit that Buddy does. See this guy in a Honda? This is somebody with a brain in his head. He's not about to sit there waiting for this stupid ass tow truck. Everybody else though, that's why you can't be riding past your skill level, peoples. There's idiots everywhere. And you gotta be ready for them. Gotta be ready for them. Buddy just blew a stop sign. But I was prepared. WTF Motovlog. Yo, how you got Motovlog in your name and you talking shit about a biker that's riding totally safe? That is wild, bro. Like, that's crazy work right there. It's like, I know there's plenty of people on here that don't ride, but they claim to ride because they want to have standing when they're talking shit. But you literally got Motovlog in your name, bro. You not ashamed of yourself? If I was one of them, what you just saw would have been a real bad collision. There's no way I would have been able to avoid that dumbass if I was also a dumbass. Sorry about that, brother. Princess Layla. What's your point? That's what I would like to know. What's your point? So I'm supposed to be unsafe for the law's sake? Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. What really don't make any sense to me, though, is how California, they got everything wrong. That's the one thing they get right. They allow people on motorcycles to ride safely. They do not ban lane filtering in California. So there's 30% less motorcycle deaths per capita in California than anywhere else in the country for one reason. Even though they have an all-year riding season and so many people on bikes and crazy traffic, the fact that you can go between the cars saves so many lives that it's a 30% difference. So now, obviously you're biased and you're not going to want to believe that. But assuming that's true, which it is, what would you rather risk? A ticket or a casket? I tell people this all the time. It used to be illegal for a slave to escape. Does that mean they shouldn't have done it? That means they should have just stayed where they were because it's illegal to run away? Or do you think maybe it will make more sense for them to do what they got to do to keep them safe and never mind what the law says? Asking for a friend. Over their peoples. Definitely wasn't trying to grab their attention. At the same time, definitely wasn't trying to linger near them for very long either. So it's a delicate balance. Come on, dumbass. Technically, left lane is for passing only. It's really only the law on highways, interstates and shit. But common courtesy dictates you stay out of the left lane no matter where you are, unless you're passing somebody or setting up to make a left turn. But realistically, there's no reason for anybody to ever be in the left lane of any road with nobody in front of him. That's just sadistic. Princess Layla, you want to bitch about this? You rather me would have got rear-ended by one of those people back there playing with their phones? That's better for you? This way at least you don't have to feel like someone made it home faster than you did. So funny too. I mean, I know the haters probably don't find themselves in my stream more than once, but it's so funny how often there is what you guys would consider a close call. See, to me, I don't consider it a close call unless there was actually some kind of possibility that I was not going to save it. That's the only time I consider something to be a close call. So the fact that I was never in any danger and that the whole time I was well aware of what was going on around me, and I knew exactly how I was going to avoid each one of these accidents, is why I don't consider it to be a close call. But for you people, it definitely would have been. It wouldn't have been a close call. It would have been a collision. Let's be real. No matter how many times you see some idiot driver doing something crazy that they absolutely have no business doing, it almost hit me, and me stay nice and calm and avoid them, and then still the common sense never hits you. It's never like, oh shit, maybe this guy really does know what he's doing. Nobody gets that lucky that often. There must be something that he's doing that I don't see because I'm inexperienced that's keeping him out of these accidents. Nah, don't think logically, not even for a second. Just, keep on sticking to your biased opinion, no matter how much evidence is thrown in your face. See, and that's the thing, I tell people all the time, the reason I avoid these accidents It's not because I'm super skillful. I am, but that's not the reason that I avoid these accidents. The reason I avoid these accidents is because I'm self-aware and I know what my skill level is, and I will not ride beyond it. So pretty much, as fast as I can go safely and avoid all these people. See, there was a piece of fucking trash in the road blowing around, and I even avoided that, even though it would have been nothing to run over. You know, I make sure that I don't ride too fast to avoid all of this bullshit. So if you have no experience and no skill, and your understanding is that if you were riding like me, you wouldn't make it 2 miles. Understand, we are not the same. And Unc does not recommend. I tell people all the time, ride your own ride. Don't try to keep up with anybody. Don't do shit just because you see somebody else doing it. Because you have to be able to handle your mistakes, or other people's mistakes, realistically. Because on a motorcycle, you shouldn't be making any mistakes. If you're doing something you're not supposed to be doing, it better be on purpose, and you better know what you're doing. Don't make any mistakes. There's no time for not paying attention on a motorcycle. You don't text anybody. You don't get zoned out listening to your music. You don't look at some ass when it's walking by. You stay focused on every pebble on that road. So now when somebody else fucks up, you can do something about it. Just like you saw back there, when that guy blew through that stop sign, and I did exactly what needed to be done in that particular moment. See, people that don't have any kind of skills, any kind of experience, it's like a one-size-fits-all. Every time they find themselves in any kind of danger, they just hit the brake. If I would have hit the brake in that situation, I would have been done for. I had to hit the gas, not the brake. Bang, pow, boom, kid says some wild pause-worthy-ish, but it wasn't really a pause because he really liked that. We don't judge in the chat, sir, but you're going to have to carry out your homoerotic fantasies with somebody else, because Unc don't get down like that. Not at all. Sub Tograze Gaming. Happy birthday, man. Shout out to Sub Tograze Gaming. Can you go 95 miles an hour from crash? Can you speak English? Jay Chunts, what's good with you, man? Croatian, my bike ain't right to be doing no wheelies right now. I'm actually dropping it off at the dealership right now to get a service done, to figure out why it keeps cutting off on me. Jay Chunts, appreciate you, man. You're the one on the phone complaining about. I'm actually not on the phone. Right now, I'm safely stopped at a red light and glancing down at the chat real quick, glancing back up at the light. Watch when it turns green. You ain't going to see me hesitating for not even a second, except to make sure the road is clear. And when I'm riding, I'm obviously not answering the chat. I am just nice enough to have my phone set up to mount so you guys can join along with me on the ride. But if I was on the phone, like you claim I'm on the phone, first of all, I would have just zoomed right past that guy and been at his mercy if he would have went over 2 lanes. Second of all, there's no way I would have went when the light changed like that, because that's how you can tell when these people are on their phones, the fucking light changes and they don't want to go nowhere. So you're on my phone. I'm not on my phone. Right now, I'm not looking at the phone. Right now, I'm not reading any chats. Right now, I have no idea what anybody's talking about. And look, I'm getting passed by people. So you guys want to bitch and moan about how fast I'm going. There's people passing me, dude. I'm on a super bike that does 99 miles an hour in first gear, getting passed by people. And you complaining. That shit is crazy. That shit is absolutely nuts. I'm not sure which way I gotta go. I think I gotta make a right, but I'm not sure. not for nothing though, I am so happy that I got my 360 camera back, well, replaced it, because that dude that blew that fucking stop sign and almost killed me, bro, is gonna make me a lot of money, dude. A lot of fucking money. I know that one is going stupid viral. I have a short of a bus driver that made a turn without using his turning signal. And that got 7 million views so far, and it's still going. So this guy that almost took me out at the light, oof, and it's in 4K. See, I have another dumbass that did something very similar, but that was only on live. I had my chin mount camera on, but I was so focused on talking shit to the troll in my chat that I was already talking shit to when that happened, that I ain't even pressed the button to record it. I had it on pre-record mode. Anyway, this time I had the sense to record it. So, and like I said, it's in 4K on 360, so I'm getting a nice view of that shit. And man, these people are stupid, but when I get paid for their stupidity, that's always a beautiful thing. Come on, asshole. You see this asshole? This is one of the assholes I'm talking about. And then you wonder why we go in between you and other fucking cars. There's a whole mile of road ahead of this guy, and he thinks it's okay to just be chilling like that. That shit is crazy. But they do it on purpose because they're on their phone and they want to leave a little buffer. They want to make sure there's nobody in front of them that can hit the brake real quick, so they leave no space in front of them. What they don't realize is now you're tempting people to like jump in front of you when there's not really space to do it. There goes another fucking dumbass. So you got to be prepared, ready for the dumbasses. If they out here. Gracie Labario, not really. Realistically, the crazy people are the ones that are out here with zero experience, zero skill, and play with their phone from the minute they start their car to the minute they shut it off. Somebody like me, with 23 years of experience professional driving trucks, 31 years riding motorcycles, excellent reaction time, excellent vision, totally paying attention the whole entire time, not only to like the shit that I should be paying attention to, but also the shit that shouldn't be happening. That's not really crazy. It's just that here's the saying that rings so true. Smart motherfuckers seem like crazy motherfuckers to dumb motherfuckers. That's been a thing forever. And it's so true. You've literally been on your phone. No. You've literally been on my phone the whole time. I'm not at all looking down at the phone unless I'm like right now at a red light, glancing down, reading a comment, and then looking back up again while I'm answering you. That's why if you notice, I mean, obviously, if you guys paid attention, the road would be a much safer place. So, I mean, it's not just in the car that you don't pay attention. It's any aspect of life. You know, but if you were paying attention, you would notice that I'm not reading anybody's chat while I'm riding because I'm not looking at the phone, because there's too many of you out there playing with your phones. I have to be ready to avoid it. Like realistically, anybody that's in the chat long enough to see any kind of stupid shit that people do, I always avoid it. Always. No matter how close it is, no matter how many of you would have been laid out, I always avoid it. Always. You really think it's a coincidence? Like, do you really think anybody could be that lucky? Or do you think that what's it called, that it just so happens, the few times that I look up from my phone, just so happen to be the times that these people are blowing stop signs and shit. Like, use your brain a little bit. I understand you're jealous. I understand you're biased. I understand that you don't like when people are better than you at things. I get it. But I mean, come on. Don't make a fool out of yourself now. Making a fool out yourself. And that's pretty much what you do anytime you talk about something that you don't know anything about. What happens is the other ignorant people will listen to you and be like, oh yeah, nah, you're making a good point. But anybody that knows will listen to your statement, and just your statement alone will tell them that, yeah, you don't have a clue what you're saying right now. Not the slightest idea. There goes another motocicleta. I don't understand when they put their license plate on zip ties like that, because that's wild illegal. But at the same time, like, they can see your plate most of the time. Well, not most of the time, but there's a lot of the times they can see your plate. So it's like, if you plan on running, there's not really a way to know if they saw your plate or not. If you don't plan on running, that's an easy way to get yourself a $1,000 ticket. And look at this dumbass. How did I know? So you would fail your road test for that. When you make a left turn and you're the front car, you're supposed to be in the intersection. You're not supposed to be behind the line. And then once the left turns red, it's your turn to go. Watch you get in a minute. That's what a guy says he's been driving. What the fuck are you talking about, bro? See, that's the whole thing. It'd be different if I was out here riding reckless and saying that it's okay because I've been riding for so long. No, I'm riding completely safe, and I know better than you do about what completely safe is because of my experience. That's what you're not understanding. Obviously, I know what I'm doing, and I'm explaining to you what the reason is why I know better than you. I'm not saying that, oh, I can ride reckless because I've been riding for so long. What I'm saying is I'm not riding reckless, and instead of arguing with me, you should be listening to me. It doesn't make sense to argue with an expert when you don't know what you're talking about. Like, that shit is crazy. And it's a shame for, like, the rest of my chat. If it wasn't for the fact that I know they enjoy me talking shit to the trolls, I really would feel bad for the rest of my chat. Gotta sit here and listen to you guys. Like, that shit is crazy. But, like I said, they get entertainment out of it. Because the regulars in the chat, they know what time it is. You know, so now they hear you talking, they know you don't know what you're talking about, and then they hear me checking you on it, and I'm sure that they get enjoyment out of it because I'm a dick. I know this. See, that's the whole thing. I talk about these idiots, but I'm not denying that I'm an asshole. But I'd much rather be an asshole than an idiot. All right, peoples. I'm here to drop off the baby in case anybody's wondering how beautiful she is. There she goes, peoples. That's the baby right there. Skater dude, he's absolutely right. People shouldn't be crossing if the oncoming traffic is coming. Claim that intersection. Facts, brother. Anyways, appreciate you guys. Love you guys. God bless. Be safe. Have a good night. I'm not going to have the bike, but I'll check you guys tomorrow anyway.